the sex thing.
If
Yeah.
they had sex.
If they had sex and he told me, I would have forgiven him.
Why though?
Because
Because of the show or in general?
No, not in general. If he tells me that he had sex with somebody else now, no. No.
Okay, but
because the experiment says you break up with the person that you came there with.
Hi guys, this is Dumi, simply known as Gokos Kotani the DJ. The Venting Podcast is now available on Spotify. You can watch all my latest episodes. Did you hear me? You can watch them, meaning they're available as videos on Spotify. Hashtag Spotify Africa. Stay tuned. Thokozani, Sambonani, good people. Welcome again on the Venting Podcast with the one and only Dumi, known as Gokos Kotani the DJ. Please do not forget that the Venting Podcast is now available on Spotify. You can also watch it on Spotify. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can listen to it while driving, taking your dog for a walk, anything, chilling with friends, but you don't want to watch it. You want to listen? It's possible. You want to listen? You don't want to watch it? It's possible. You can find the Venting Podcast on Spotify. Thank you very much for coming. I have the most important guest from the Ultimatum SA, darling. So, the character that I saw, she was crying. Aisham, she's a cry baby. She's a cry baby. She cried from beginning till the end. And I felt like slapping her with,
I'm a baby.
Caesar, guys. Sizakele, right?
Yeah.
Sizakele. Sizakele, welcome to the Venting Podcast. Thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it. Tell us your experience on the Ultimatum SA. We saw you breaking. We saw you laughing. We saw you having mixed emotions. What's going on? How did you... Let me start here. Why the Ultimatum SA? Why did you go there?
Okay, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. No, she's such a sweet person. Like her voice. Oh God.
Okay, I'll try to be as loud as I can.
No, don't be comfortable. It's
I'll
fine.
be someone else and be loud and be like, so the Ultimatum, right? So I like reality TV.
Oh.
I think I don't normally watch like your normal soapies and whatnot, but I love reality TV. So this one time, I think I was just watching it. I didn't think Lindile was also aware that there's something called...
Lindile is your partner, the one you went with on the Ultimatum.
The person, the guy,
Yes.
the man that gave me the Ultimatum.
Hey, girl.
No, that's him. So I think we started dating 2022 around August, September. We don't know the actual date. I just remember the date that he actually asked me to be his girlfriend.
Okay.
But as to when we actually started like dating, it's simply because we were friends. You know, he used to see me go out, come back. I used to confide in him. He used to be like that guy that, you know, the male bestie.
Yes.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, and then also he used to tell me that when I say, oh, friend, he'd say, no, don't call me friend. I'm not your friend. I'm like, but what are you? It's like, we'll see, but I'm not your friend.
Okay.
So I used to
you
think,
had a plan.
joking, yeah. So eventually he asked me, I think we started getting very close. Like, he used to live like next door to me. Like, my apartment was the side, his was just next to mine.
Okay.
So it started with me just like when I knock off from work or when I come back from somewhere, suddenly I start knocking at his door instead of going to mine.
Yes.
So yeah, it was that kind of a friendship, situationship type of vibe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we started getting close. He asked me to be his girlfriend. Yeah, I agreed as
The rest
well.
is history.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it that you go to the Ultimatum SA?
Obviously his. I'm very camera shy.
Oh.
It took me a while to actually just get used to people being around me and me just talking. Like I would just, yeah. So he was like, okay, I think it was 3 months when he started talking about marriage. Like, he would say, even when we were friends, he would say, you know how amazing you are. I would make you my wife. I wouldn't even waste time if I were to date you.
No,
It's like, but it's men. They always talk. But yeah, 3 months in, he's like, no, I want to make you my wife. I'm like, I'm not ready for that. I still want to be a girlfriend, And also, it was a bit somehow when we started dating, because literally is next door. Suddenly, it's like we're staying together. So I was like, I'm not ready for this whole thing now, marriage and all. But then I think he saw something about the ultimatum, I think 2 months later, and then he applied, and we had a conversation about it after. He said, hey, I applied and they gave me a call. So if you're going to say no, you're going to say no on TV. If you're going to say yes, you're going to say yes on TV. I'm like, what makes you think I'm going to say yes?
Yeah.
He's like, no, we'll see. Because I want you to see how serious I am.
So what attracted you to Lindile?
Lindile is so calm. He has a very gentle soul. Like, he also just, I don't know, onale this, like, he pays attention.
Okay.
Yeah, and he allows you to shine, like,
Oh,
I like,
the
queen. Yeah.
Really?
So I really liked it. I was like,
when I watched the show, I was like, this guy is so arrogant, Yeah. There's so many incidences I will start cringing like, Lindile, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't say this. When I watched the show, I felt like he was detached to the relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know about the viewers at home or the listeners.
Yeah.
I saw that character of him, but obviously you know him better because you are close physically to him. We can judge by seeing on TV, but how the character that you're currently saying now is different from what I saw.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought I don't know, something happened there. I can't speak a lot on his behalf, I think, but when we had a conversation after, he was like, there was so much going on. Even before the show, we were going just through something, just him and I, and I feel like he took something that happened privately and just decided to, instead he was saying hold your emotions, but I feel like he was supposed to be the one to hold that emotion and just put it there and just focus on us being on the show and him saying he wants to marry me.
So before the show, you had an altercation. Are you saying that?
Yeah, it was.
That could lead to a breakup.
Well, not entirely, but I feel like I did something and I didn't apologize for it because I didn't feel like I was wrong.
So do you think him acting like that on TV was based on what you had before you went to the show?
Yeah, because prior to going to the show, we were like, should we even go, And how Lindile is such a different person. He'd be mad at me and then be like, yeah, but I still want you to be my wife. Just because you did that doesn't mean I don't want you to be my wife.
Okay.
Or I don't want you to be my girlfriend. But I'm not going to pretend like nothing happened. So, yeah, I didn't think he would take it that far. But, yeah.
I mean, we saw you on the show how you loved him, how you expressed your feelings, not only by saying them, but your actions were very loud. You loved him loud.
Yeah.
So, what was your experience with Nkateko? Because you were nearly stabbed.
Yeah,
for that. So, what was your experience?
My goodness.
Oh my God, where's Kanya? I would like to interview Kanya.
I think you should.
Kanya, if you're watching, baby girl, please come on the venting and just vent. This is a good platform for you to come and speak your mind. So Nkateko, let's talk about Nkateko. How was the experience that you shared? I could say dating.
Yeah.
The dating short period you had with him. He seems like a cool guy. Some say he's arrogant. He doesn't keep his promises. Some say, no, he's a cool guy. Just dating the wrong person. With you, How is your experience with Nkateko?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly had a difficult time during the speed dating. I I struggled like a lot. I wanted to talk to Lindile just to let him know that, bruh, I'm struggling, you know. I can't really connect with anybody because my mind is not here. I don't know if I can do this.
You're not a cheater. You've never cheated.
And I won't lie and say I've never cheated. I have. But I don't know. It didn't feel like I was doing the right, when you're like, probably when I cheated, it was because something was missing somewhere.
Okay.
You know? So it didn't really feel like that when
you were with Nkateko.
When I was, but like he understood the serious side of me. Like I would tell him something serious or just laugh about a serious matter, and then he'd be like, I see you laughing, but this is deep. Can we talk about it? You know?
What did you do behind the scene that we did not see on TV?
You mean
with Nkateko?
You mean during our...
Yep.
Well, I know what you... Okay, so basically Nkateko and I were exactly how we were, even on the screen what people saw. Like, that's how we were. Like, he used to take me to work, come have lunch with me. You know, he was nice. But nothing that...
Hey! No. Guys, do you trust that face? Did you see that face? I don't trust you.
No, mate.
It's like deeper. Because why are you smiling?
I'm a happy person.
Yeah.
I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing.
Yeah. Did you perhaps somehow develop feelings for him?
Obviously, yeah. This was an accelerated experience. Like, you get to stay with somebody. You see them when you wake up. You are with them. Even worse, Nkateko and I would go to work together, like I said. Yeah. Have lunch together. Like, he wouldn't even leave my workplace, you know.
Wow.
And I'm like, what's happening with this guy? Aren't we supposed to be, all that when we're shooting or whatever? But he was just there. He told me, he said, I want you to be like this, even on camera, because,
is there something that he told you about his relationship that led him to pay attention to you more than his relationship?
Obviously, yeah, we had conversations. Some were on camera, but, it's 45 minutes. They can't fit everything into...
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did have a conversation with him. Conversations, really. I mean, on the show, you are encouraged to talk about things that makes you uncomfortable about your relationship with the other person. And, mine was, it's quite obvious, is that Lindile doesn't really show his emotions. He's not really, it's like, sometimes I feel like he's not emotionally available.
Yeah, he's an introvert.
Yeah, so you have to really pull it out of him. And I don't know, I think sometimes I enjoy doing that with people, just trying to understand them. And Nkateko is the same. Like, he's try and understand, his partner's emotions. Why is she like that? Why, and he would say if there's anything that he could do to help her, then definitely he would do it. But I'm not going to say a lot. Nkateko's not here, Kanya's not here, Lindile's not here. It's just me. So I'm just going to talk about the side that I know.
Yeah. Okay, so it feels like there's so much more between you and Nkateko. Are you currently still in communication? Are you still friends? Do you still see each other? And if yes, how does Lindile feel about it?
So obviously, Lindile was very uncomfortable about my relationship with Nkateko. I wanted to be there for him because I started caring about this guy, just to be there, because I feel like, I don't know how many people Nkateko talks to, but the way that he talked to me, it sounded like he's been waiting for somebody to just listen so he can just talk. So, but then, I love Lindile, and I was like, if it's making the person that I'm in love with uncomfortable, then I'm not going to have that relationship with him, whether it's friendship or any other level. So, no, we don't talk.
Seems like you played a very big role in Nkateko's life, because we saw his mom speaking about you and how happy she is that finally.
I'm laughing because
Hey.
I thought I would not read the comments.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where people were like, no, Cesar, you know what? You're scared for nothing. People really like you.
Yeah.
Most of them really do. So maybe read some of their comments. You'll feel better. You'll just, ease up. And I saw a comment that says, why am I speaking on behalf of, behalf of Ngateko or whatever? I'm like, okay. That was a conversation between me and Nkateko's mother.
Mm-hmm.
She had a lot to say. And I think
About Khanya or Nkateko?
About their relationship. Yeah. So I was like, and then she said, Ngateko shouldn't go back, And I was like, no, but part of the experiment is that he has to go back to see if his partner has changed.
Okay.
It wasn't just me speaking on her behalf or Nkateko's behalf. I mean, I don't have that power unless you're giving it to me.
Yeah.
I'm happy to speak on anybody's behalf if they give me that power.
Yeah.
But no, I wasn't speaking on anybody. Even with how I speak about Lindile, it's me. I mean, I love loud. I love openly. I don't mind PDA. If I'm with my man, I want my man to touch me, to kiss me, to be there, And it's okay that Lindile and I are different.
Yeah.
I'm here, he's here, and then he brings me here and,
Okay, so currently I see something on your finger. Darling, show it to us. I believe.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Young Panda, guys. That's the first thing I saw when she walked in. I was like, yeah. Girl, it has a ring on it. And then, what's going on? Are you guys, can I please see?
Yes.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
This is beautiful. And the lane and the nails.
Thank you so much.
Everything just suits perfect. Now, please tell me, Wuzi, are you engaged to be married or are you married? Say globally.
Okay, so because remember when Lindile was giving me the ultimatum, I was skeptical because of the time. I felt like, yes, I know him as a friend, but as a boyfriend or my partner, we still have a long way to go. Yeah, and things started being different, honestly, when we started being serious about each other. More fights, more arguments. But so we decided, well, after I said yes on the ultimatum, simply because I knew we needed more time. I can't just dismiss, him, because I knew how I felt about him and how I feel about him. So we decided that we're not gonna, let me speak for myself, because I remember I was the one to have a conversation that, can we please not, I've answered you, and I said, yes, I want to marry you, but can we not rush things? Can I just get things that I want for myself without, like I've always been like, I want things for myself without a man being part of them.
Okay.
Not because I don't want to be whatever, but I just wanted things that belong to me. Not that I'm not going to share with him or I'm not. And he said, okay, cool. I'm willing to help you to get whatever you want. Whatever you want, I'm here. If you need me to assist you in any way, I'll be here. And that's what he did. When I just wanted property under my name, I just wanted a car, I just wanted something, under my name before I turned 30, before I focus on marriage and other things. And he said, no, even after marriage, you'll still be yourself. You'll still do whatever you want to do. It's just that you'll be my wife, So, yeah, we are still engaged. We're not married yet. The letter has gone out to the family.
Oh,
which they actually...
that's nice.
Yeah, so it's now my family has to respond, which I've spoken to them and I asked them to please pause a bit.
Pause, not respond.
Well, they will respond with the date.
Okay.
But not tomorrow.
Why? What's the pause? What's making you unsure? You love this guy.
No,
and you speak so highly of him.
It's not that I'm unsure. Like I said, there are still things that I'm doing for myself. And I do
career-wise.
Yeah, career-wise, even with my family. Like, for example, I'm helping my family with other things. And I don't want Lidila to feel like when we're now married, he'd be like, now you're doing a lot for your family.
Yeah,
now we're sharing, So it's better if I still do my own thing for now.
We saw in the comments that your family feels a bit offish about him. It's like they feel like he's not in your level when it comes to career-wise. That's what people said in the comment section. So what is it that you can tell us about that? Is your family welcoming him?
Very much so. I think people don't know us before we went to the show, right? Of course, Lindile is an aspiring actor. He's a model. It's things that he has always wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like everyone else, I mean, I wanted to be a singer and I can't sing.
You can sing?
No, I
really?
can't. I mean, with this voice, come on. But I thought I would.
Be a singer.
Yeah, I thought I would. You know, I was like, I'll go for voice coaching and I'll sing. But at first, you start with a certain career, you know, just so you have an income or, you know, education. You know how when we grow up, people will say education is the key to success. So you go and study whatever. And then, so Lindile is a qualified tech guy. He is, you can take your PCs, your cameras or whatever, and he'll fix them and they will be fine, you know. He had a job and a career before he came to Joburg.
Okay.
Yeah. Even coming to Joburg, he still has side hustles that he's doing. It's not like he's just sitting at home and just waiting for a career acting career. No. Otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't allow that. Not because somehow, but I would also encourage him to do something. So, no, when I met Lindile, he was fine. He had his own apartment. He has his own things. Yeah. So it's not that his career is... I also saw that comment that he's looking for a 9 to 5. I mean, I was, after the show, my contract ended. I was dependent on Lindile for luckily it wasn't for long. Yeah. But, I mean, everything depended on him.
How was your experience at the show? Like, how was your experience in general, being there? And you have to engage with all these people. As you said, you are not engaging. You are not feeling yourself. Good, so you have to be part of it. But how's this experience being with everybody, especially about Ruth? Yeah. You know, because people see Ruth as this fierce woman, you know, go-getter. She speaks her mind. And how was your experience with everyone? Especially you had to have that fallout with Kanya. Now it's all different people with different characters. How was the experience overall for you?
So, I mean, I liked everyone initially. I was okay with everybody. Like, we were fine as girls. Like, we would be there for each other. Even Kanya, they would, like,
really?
Yeah, I mean, at the drink box, we were dancing.
How was she?
She was teaching me songs that I didn't know.
Besides her being angry or people thinking he has an anger issue, how is she as a person?
Well, I think my opinion has changed a lot about her. But initially, she was okay. I mean, she wasn't, we can be friends. But she was just okay, you know. She was... like she would have normal chats with us.
Did you feel intimidated after she shouted and screamed at you like that?
I don't know if intimidated is the right word. I think my thing with Kanya was watching the show. I mean, I feel differently now after watching the show. But being there, I didn't realize how big this thing is. You know, her shouting. In fact, shouting is fine. I mean, shout however you want. But name calling, slut shaming, body shaming, like, I didn't realize it was happening. Like, I would be with her. She would say whatever that she's saying. And then I'd be like, should I? And then, you know, there's that voice in me that says, you don't need to stoop that low. You don't need to insult her back. You don't need to do that. You came here or you wanted to have a conversation with her and she's just there. Maybe leave her there. But when I got back to, I'm talking about that scene when I got back to my villa when Ngateko and I stayed, I looked at Ngateko and I was like, what's happening? I mean, why did you do that if you knew? Because I initially thought would sit down, right? Talk to Kanya, and then Ngateko would explain to her or just tell her that, I mean, you don't know Cesar. Why are you slut shaming her? You don't know her out of this. Why are you saying all of these things when you're actually even doing the same thing with the other person? because we would see them. The funny thing about this whole thing is that I would see everybody. Like, when I stood outside the patio, I would see Lindile with Tabi somewhere.
Sure.
And being lovey-dovey, like, I don't.
But behind the scenes at night when the cameras are off,
Yeah.
did you or did you not have sex with Nkateko?
No. It did. No. It never. got
Oral
there.
sex?
No.
How? Why did you second guess that?
No, I'm like, when you say oral sex, I'm like, no.
Touching.
No, I mean, we cuddled.
Throughout the night, Cesar. For how many days?
I mean, they would definitely show that if something
I see.
No, I'm serious. Nothing happened. Like, we would cuddle. We had a conversation. Let me tell you. See, we had a conversation with Nkata about sex. What I would want. Would I be comfortable to even go there? Like, we had a conversation about kissing. Would I be okay? Like, that's what I liked him. That's why I liked him. That's what I liked about him.
That's why I like him, guys. That's why I like him.
No, don't do that. No, I'm saying because he would have conversations with me to understand where I'm at. We had a conversation about kissing. I was like, I don't think I'd be able with like deep tongue kissing. I will let you know if I get there. But for now, no. We'll just do.
So you only did baby kisses?
Yeah. We never. There was
we are not kids, guys. Guys,
no,
would you share a bed with? I know you're married, but would you share a bed with a woman for how many days?
3 weeks.
For 3 weeks, and you without touching, without.
I mean, of course, you would want to touch.
Caesar.
No,
What were you wearing? Were you wearing a tracksuit and pajamas on top?
No, I mean, you saw what I was wearing.
Oh, is that even possible? Just would you?
It's difficult.
I wouldn't, even besides me being a man, I wouldn't see. Like, mina. Right, enough. Like sharing a bed, not seeing each other, like sharing a bed every day.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, of course you would want to touch, but
and say them all.
You can't just touch somebody. I mean, you can't just touch. What if I say, I told you not to do that, and I can open a case against
3
you?
weeks. So long, don't do it. Don't do it.
No,
I want your feelings.
That's how it happened.
Literally, I want your feelings. Like, let's exchange.
No, it's not that I didn't feel anything. It's just, it's different. Let me tell you why I say it's different. Like I say, at the back of your mind that there is, that person
which
that you still love. I mean, there was Lindy there for me. So I'm like,
but if I'm going to share a bed 3 weeks,
but
I'm my partner.
Listen.
3 weeks in one bed.
No, but
it's loads of power, like loads of.
Yeah, I mean, you're cuddling, you're kissing. So what else do you want?
Yeah, I think
that's why everybody couldn't wait to just go back to their original partners. Because as soon as Lindy and I saw each other, we wanted to have a conversation and fight, but we're like, solo after, let's just have fun. Because, but...
So he also didn't...
Who, Lindy?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I believe him when he says it.
You believe him?
Yeah, I do. I believe him. I mean, if he's lying to me and I find out, then kyonyi. But yeah, no, I'm not. The thing about me, like,
I think that's a risk, guys. This show,
yeah,
it's a risk.
But you go there nowhere.
No, mina, ungangithesti ngento enjalo. Singadlala ngazo zonke. Do not.
But angisho now, it's bathi bayashada wathi yeah. Kuyathina sithi no.
Mina, I'm married.
Are you not?
Yo.
I thought you were. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Asibona umuntu washadile, guys.
Show
me yours.
No, let me tell you, a ring doesn't mean, because my mom, my aunts, bebashadile abanye, they wouldn't like
Dala.
Bangayifaki ring.
Dala.
No, there's still people who are married and abayifaki ring.
Anyway, we're not talking about me here. We're talking about you.
Yeah.
Guys, if please, comment with what Cesar is saying. She's saying, ukshare umbhede nendoda anama feelings nayo abenzi next, they just kiss and cuddle. Mhlambe abosiza baphila isilungu. Mhlambe I'm too black for that, you know. Mhlambe I'm too ghetto, not black futhi. Ghetto. Let me not say black. Saying black, I'm using another word. I think I'm too ghetto. Ukuthi ngahlala embhedeni nendoda engichazayo. Hayi indoda engangikhazi, engichazayo. Ngikabuza kuphela 3 weeks. A day ngiyazwakala ke mhlawumbe ufuna ukuyiqhosha qoshisa. 3 waka week.
3 weeks. Enjalo nje. No sex, no oral sex.
If you had an ultimatum between Nkateko and Lindy now, after the show, would you smash?
Smash who?
Nkateko.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
If I couldn't smash the...
Behind the camera, there are no cameras. No one will know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't smash him for so many reasons. But,
why?
One, I mean, I have a...
Two,
okay.
What?
Okay. I don't want to sound too...
I beg nje. Who's understand? This is a venting podcast.
Like, I think, well, not that I've seen, but I think Gatoko likes kinky stuff. And I'm not...
Kinky stuff,
like, I think he just... That's why he wants it to... You know, like, he'd be... If him and I would have, like, a conversation and it gets heated. Yeah, we are cousin, like... And then he would pass, like, small comments like, yeah, if you like this, that. After we can have, like, makeup sex. If we were to get married.
So I'm like, isn't they fun? Are you saying that?
He likes feisty women. He would be like, he'd be happy. Like, he would tell me that it's sexy when I'm being feisty.
Where mama? So it's doing this to what Nkateko likes.
Maybe it's extreme for him to some level.
Okay.
But I mean, he even say it on the... I mean, it's on the show. He even says it that when I'm feisty, he finds it sexy. You know?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't... Mina ish, man getting soft, bunch. Understand.
What do you do when you're angry? Since you're the soft, what do you do?
The worst that I've done so far when I was angry was just feel like breaking things. Because now I can't really...
You can't express.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, either I will cry and just want to, you know, but I'm not... I can't shout. But I can now. I try.
Uyazama. Okay.
I say what I feel, not really shout.
I personally, I'm so judged, you know. But I love watching the show and obviously having the opinion. That's why we all watched the show, right?
Yeah.
To see all the different characters. When I saw you, I saw this committed lady, you know. You look like a lover. That's what you gave us. And when you love, you put your all.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. I was a bit afraid and skeptical with your partner. But hearing you say this, I trust umuntu ozikhulumelayo than what I see. Because mhlampe him being an introvert made us believe that there are people like that who are introverts. They don't love loud. But when you are with their partner, you will know he loves me. And currently... you are in a process, nomuntu wakho ukuthi you want to take things further. Would you do round 2 of the ultimatum?
Like exchange partners and no.
That experience
No.
Are you regretting the experience or are you saying thank God it came and still he's here?
You know, with how I went full on with my experience with Nkateko, it was just, I don't know if you remember that scene where I think a lot of people are commenting about that, where Lindile was just saying I shouldn't talk about my feelings for him and whatnot. And then I said to him, should I focus on other people? You know? I feel like after saying that, I believed that's what he wanted. He wanted me to just focus on other people, and Ngateko was there, and I focused on him. However, after everything, I feel like most of the things that I did or that happened there, they were not really necessary. You know, we could have had a learning experience with Ngateko and not take it that far. However, it's not easy. I'll say this. It's not easy being with one person for 3 weeks, nibonana from day to night, and not develop anything for them. Especially as a person who's there for you, who's showing you that, you know what, I'm here for you. I've got your back. Yeah.
Mina, guys, I don't think the ultimatum episode pass. Mina benyang pass and I will see it's not.
Yeah, it's not easy. And like, you know, let me say this. Had Lindile had sex with Tabby and he came back and he told me that, hey, that's what I wanted from him. I wanted him to tell me, I heard from people that he's in love. I had, you know, Lindile never really told me like, I'm in love with Tabby. He never did that. Like, I heard from other people and then I saw it on his diary on the show. And what I wanted, in order for me to believe it, I wanted him to tell me and say, hey, bruh, this is what's happening. And we had sex, so we didn't have... Like,
were you going to forgive him?
Yeah.
Why?
Not the in-love thing. No,
the sex thing.
The sex thing,
if
yeah.
They had sex.
If they had sex and he told me, I would have forgiven him.
Why, though?
Because...
Because of the show or in general?
No, not in general. If he tells me that he had sex with somebody else now, no. No.
Okay, but because...
But because, I mean, the experiment says you break up with the person that you came there with, right? And you're testing the waters with somebody else to see if you're happy there, you would be happy there, or with the person that you came there with. Or you'd rather just be by yourself. And if Lindile felt like he is happier with Tabby and, I mean, or whatever, it's fine. But now the honesty or the honest part that I wanted was, okay, let's say they had sex, but even though we did this, I still feel like I made a mistake there, or not even a mistake, but I feel like it's you for me. Let me tell you one thing that made me feel like Lindile is my man. It's when you grow up, right? I mean, when you were born, you have your parents, you have your siblings, you have your cousins and family and extended family. They are naturally bound to love you. They don't choose you. They're just naturally bound to love you. Whatever, no. But they just naturally, they're supposed to love you, right? When you grow up and you meet people, you meet your friends, your partner, they choose you. Out of all the amazing people in the world, they would come and say, "Do me, I want you." You know, I've heard this. I mean, Lindile has mdala. He's probably dated a lot of people, you know, but he still felt like Cesar is the one. He could have married somebody somewhere. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
he could literally just go and marry someone else. I mean, if it's just about being married to him, he can't do that. But he said, I choose you. So for him to be with Tabby, I think Tabby is an amazing soul. Despite what happened between us or what she said, I said, whatever, I think she has an amazing soul. And she is a very caring person. And she was amazing. But Lindile still felt like, yeah, Tabby is amazing, but she's not you. I want you. I choose you. So that's how I see it.
Okay. But Mina, I personally, I feel like it was a test in your relationship, nonke, and Leo test, oath failed, man. Oath. I like her though. I like her. I love her. She's the best. She speaks her mind. And I think Ushai checkmate, Kukai.
Ruth is my friend. I didn't think we'd be friends.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I can't end up with anyone. Like she's I'm tiny, I'm tiny. Oh, mom, I'm tiny, But we just gravitated towards each other. Because I mind my own business. She minds her own business. So we're two people, maslangene, we don't talk about other people, we just talk about us and our experience. So we became friends. And not because she's my friend, then I would say I understood. But because nami ngumuntu. And let me say this. When people are different, right? She felt what she felt at the time. And in that moment, she felt this is good for her. So she did it. So I'm never going to... I don't even judge anybody who says, hey, I did this for money, or I did this because I felt like... Because I'm different as a person. And sometimes there are stages in my life where I was I was doing things because it's the moment. Let me tell you how I know. Differently, people... I always questioned love. How do you know that you love a person? I realized that I actually love Lindile because I would miss Lindile. Nkateko would hug me. Sorry, Nkateko, if you can see this. But he would hug me and I would feel, okay, it's a hug. But I would be like, I wish it was Lindile hugging me like this right now. Oh. He would do something nice and I'd be like, I wish it was here.
I know, you love Lindile. Game over. No, game over.
So that's why maybe I would have had sex, Nkateko, at that time. But he was here. He was here. And I couldn't just tell Nkateko all the time, I miss Lindile. I felt like people got annoyed when I kept saying, I miss Lindile, So I was like, man, Nkateko is such a nice guy. Yes, he was good to
me. You feel like you didn't express yourself or allow yourself to shut down Lindile and just concentrate on what's in front of you.
Although I had a good thing. I don't want to lie to anybody, even to myself or to Lindile or to anybody really. Nkateko was so good to me.
Shame.
And I was so good to him. We were good to each other. But it wasn't enough for us to say, yeah, I want to live here with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. Speaking about money, do you guys get paid to be there?
I can't really... I mean, we signed an NDA.
Okay, so you can't. You can't reveal.
Yeah, I can't go there.
Yeah. But anyway, looks like they're getting paid to be there. But she didn't say it, guys. She can't reveal some of the things, right? Your family. Did they support you guys being in the show? Did you guys sit down with your families first and tell them, or did they see Isho Isikon?
My family. So okay, I think my mom would be okay. Well, she's no longer in this world.
Sure.
But my brother and my sister-in-law, they were really supportive. They were really, really, really supportive. They are supportive of everything that I do. If I say I want to go skydiving, you'd be like, oh, but we'll be there.
Oh,
They're always like that. And I really appreciate them a lot because of course, my brother was against the show. And also he didn't like that we're going there, but he said if that's what
comfortable,
you want, then I'm here
for you. Yeah. And then after the show, when it comes to your hubby, how's the family?
They love him. Let me say this, especially my sister-in-law. She's always like, I like how humble he is. I like how he makes you, when you around Lindile, be so calm. His dads. They love him. I was even surprised when we went home. I've never brought a boyfriend at home so in December last year, he came home with me and I was so scared. I'm like, no, my uncle's just going to shout at me and say things, but he was fine.
That's nice. Yeah. Are you both Xhosas?
No. Lindile is Xhosa. I'm complicated.
What do you mean?
No, I'm originally my dad is Sotho, let me say that.
Sotho, darling.
Yes. but he never really spent time
I get
speaking
you.
Sotho. And then my mom is Swati, so I grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, in a mixture. I've never Swati and Sotho. Bahlangana, be like, what do they mean?
Yeah, in Joburg. They
Oh,
met
here.
Yeah, they met in Joburg.
Swati and Sotho. I've never even seen that umshado onjalo, like Sotho getting married to
To
Swati.
Swati, yeah. It's very different.
It's weird for me. I've never, not weird, but it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I've never experienced it. I've never seen it.
Yeah. My mom is Swati. My dad is Sotho. Just that, yeah, we never, well, his original hometown or where his mom comes from is Lesotho.
People say Xhosa men are stingy. What do you say? Because you're dating one.
No, not that I say I'm dating one or I'm with one. I've been with Xhosa men before Lindile, and
okay.
I don't want to lie. For me, I've never met, maybe back home, was stingy, but no.
With you, udibana nalaba
Yeah.
ababhejayo.
Yeah, no, definitely.
What is it that you like in a man? Not your man, but what is it that you like? Maktua, you want to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
What is it that you like?
So I like a man who's very patient with me, who would understand that, you know what, this one is just emotional. I have to be there for her. I have to just, you know, and not judge me for it. I like a man who is obviously financially stable. Let me tell you, just because I don't say I want a Gucci bag or I want Louis Vuitton or I want whatever, it doesn't mean that I don't want a man that's not providing. It's a problem when a man can't provide. Men have their own egos. And even if you were that superwoman who's doing everything, you'd still have problems. That's why I always say I allow, like, for example, man has to pay for a house. Then he has lapho nje.
Yeah.
So there are things that are non-negotiable. Honestly, you have to take care of the home. Whether I do have my own property somewhere, akusindaba yakho.
Wena nje nginakekele njengendoda yami.
Yeah. I don't have to worry about my car, whether it's serviced or kwenzakalani. It's
That's you want a man that's full-time yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ngithanda indoda ebe indoda. I don't know if
Yeah,
makes
no, I
sense.
get you. I get you.
Ungabi part-time ukhona no.
Ish, anga this monthly. Okay.
That's why I say I think on the show I say Ngateko and Lindile are very similar. They're very similar. I don't know if other people see that, but I think that's why I was how I was with Ngateko, because he likes being there. He likes, even today Lindile wanted to come with me. You know, Ngateko would want to come with me. Like, they are those type of men. Like, they want to be there.
They are there. They are present.
So he wanted to come with me, and I was like, bruh, maybe in the next one. But Ogamanje, can you just, I want to be able to just say whatever I want to say.
Okay.
And not feel like, with all due respect, not feel like I have to tiptoe around anybody's feelings. Yeah.
You spoke about your mom, that if she was here and she's not here, I'm really sorry about that, to hear that she's no more. I hope she's a good guiding angel towards your life.
She is. Definitely.
Oh, is this her?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so sweet.
And it's
So sweet. How would you think she would have taken everything where you are with your journey of life right now?
I think I struggle with whether I've made her proud or not. But I think the most part of it, or most times, I feel like I have made her proud. My mom was very much like me. Emotional, very calm. Like, I think I took too much from her, because my dad was never like this. My dad would tell you that was manje.
Okay.
Yeah. But my mom was very calm. Like, she didn't even engage in a lot of conflicts or whatever. But I think she's proud.
She is. You know, people struggle with that thing. Would see, when umuntu angasekho emhlabeni, it bothers them if they don't dream about them. It bothers them if they don't know, am I doing the right thing? As my advice is, if umuntu angasekho is not happy with what you do, then that means they didn't love you. Because they should love what makes you happy. They should be happy when you're happy.
Yeah.
You know, if you live in your life based on what makes you happy, I think that's what our ancestors should be happy about, you know?
No, I dream about my mom a lot.
That's nice.
I don't know whether it's in my mind subconsciously, but even when I'm not okay, that
dream
like I know. I think that's why when I grew up, my family babangafuni anything that would hurt me in any way. Like even now, if I can call my brother and say, "Hey, I'm not comfortable," like he would drive and be here in no time. So I think that's why I'm so soft, because they never really allowed anything. They didn't allow me to be tough or to be, even after my parents passed on. My grandparents were there. My brothers, my sisters, I call them my sisters and brothers, but some of them are just cousins, because they were there. They didn't want anything bad to happen to me. So I've always been loved in all angles. So when somebody just comes and attack me, I'm like, I don't even know what to do in this situation.
Why in the soul?
So yeah, that's my mom. That was my mom.
So
and I
that's
feel like
why.
Namanje, she's still
that person. That's lovely.
Yeah.
I personally loved you. I personally loved your character on the show. Even though sometimes being at Singavele, it's gay wena, papama, so like, imagine. It's funny how I could relate so much, because I'm a crybaby.
Really?
I'm a crybaby, man. I cry, but one thing about me, I speak my mind.
Yeah, before you call.
Yeah, before you call, but you know.
Can I tell you, I wanted to go cry off camera, but they were following me. Anyway. So I was like, I remember because coming back from Kenya's villa, I was like, I'm going to tell Nkateko how I feel, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom, I'm going to close that door, I'm going to cry there. And then I went to the villa, I told him how I felt, because I feel like in that moment, I was able to just tell him, although I didn't get to that level where I wanted to, because he kept interrupting me. So I was like, let me go to the bathroom and go cry. And then he came, now he wants to comfort me. Like, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Give me one. I just need to cry. But, I mean, we signed up for it, so they're like...
Yeah, so it's like you enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
you enjoyed the experience.
I did.
Would you allow someone close to you to go through that route again?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there'll be somebody apart from being body shamed and being slut shamed, I enjoyed myself. Even, I feel like we've learned so much with Lindile on the show, because afterwards, everything that I was complaining about, Lindile is just doing all the right things. No, honestly, his doing all the right things. If
so, it put some growth between the two of you.
It did, and that's why I'm like, we shouldn't now take the bad things and make them, the biggest part of our experience. The biggest part is what we learned, and what we learned is just to be when you love a person, you should love them the way they want to be loved, because now you want to be loved the way that you want to be loved. So I'm loving Lindile the way he wants to be loved. He is loving me the way I want to be loved. He is more attentive. He is more patient with me. He is more protective of me, because I always said, I see you love me and all of that, but can you be more please get that side of me, that I don't want to feel like I don't have a man. I have to stand up for myself. No. Can you be there? Judge and say, no, you mdala, stand up for yourself. No. I will where I can, but when I can't, I need to no. I'm just saying, when I come home when I'm crying, why didn't you shout at them? Start by saying, I'm sorry, this and this and this, and then you'll say, after you've comforted me. That's what I wanted. And he is that now. I cry about every single comment that's not, that's against you. It's like, no, baby,
don't look at them. Because it's gonna affect you. Not everyone will like you, and not everyone will hate you. So I've noticed something when you read comments, half of the comments of people that are negative are the ones that will stay. Even if 70% is positive, the 30% are negative, it will stay in your head as if there was nothing positive said about you.
So true.
So ignore them.
Yeah, no, I guess that I didn't even I don't have Twitter. I didn't have, what is it, TikTok. I just had Instagram because people normally on Instagram, I think they're very nice.
Yeah, they're not that much.
Yeah, so when somebody said, no, people are loving you, go check TikTok. I was like, okay, let me go see. Oh, I see the love, I see the... And then, boom, that comment. It was like, I didn't know it was going to throw me off. But yeah, I mean, I cried in my own space. I still cry, guys. Like, I cry.
You cry?
Yeah, no, I still cry and I still love. It's just who I am, and I'm not going to change that for anybody. If it makes anybody around me uncomfortable, you don't have to. I mean, it's a choice, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be around me. But if you understand or you're willing to be my friend, although the way in our corner, it's fine, because I also accept people the way they are.
True.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you think Mhlambe, I need help as a friend, or then you can tell me it's Norman. This thing here, you need help.
Right.
Yeah.
You need help. Yeah. Would you do reality again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining me on the Venting podcast. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you not saying no and not judging the platform.
No,
I hope my viewers and my listeners at home, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope my viewers and my listeners at home loved the show, the podcast that we're currently shooting with you. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for honoring the invites, and stay true to yourself. Keep on. Don't let anyone make you a changed person, because as time goes on as a person, you change your character because of your situation, or people make you change who you are. So no, don't change. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Please do not forget to subscribe on the Venting Podcast. We are available also on Spotify. You find us there. Do not forget to follow me also on Spotify. Listening to the Venting Podcast while you're driving, watching the Venting Podcast at home on Spotify. We also are available. We are available via videos. We are available on audio on Spotify. Mwah. Love you. Hi guys, this is Dumi, simply known as Gokos Kotane, the DJ. The Venting Podcast is now available on Spotify. You can watch all my latest episodes. Did you hear me? You can watch them, meaning they're available as videos on Spotify. #Spotify Africa. Stay tuned.